It's been quite some time since I've done one of these, huh? I don't really even remember how to start a movie review. Oh wait, yeah I do. Blum 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 house, blum 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 house, Jason Blum's house, I'm in Jason Blum's living room. This may seem like a very strange movie to come back from my long hiatus for. I mean, I'm sure none of you have ever seen The Accidental Husband, but it serves a much bigger purpose than you could possibly know. This movie marks the start of Blumhouse Productions, which might be the most capitalist and terrible movie-making company on the face of the earth, which is why I'm gonna give them a lot of money and watch all of their movies and review all of their movies on the Ty Stone YouTube channel. That'll show them, that'll hit them where it hurts. But in all seriousness, I love a lot of the movies that Blumhouse makes, and I'm just so upset when they take these great concepts and turn them into terrible, terrible product.
You're black! I'm gay! We are so dead!
And I'm not saying I don't understand why they do it. I know that Jason Blum can spend $4 on a fucking found footage film and then get $15 million back at the box office. I'm just saying it makes me sad. So you're probably wondering, if it makes you so sad, if you're so angry at Blumhouse, why on earth are you going out of your way to watch all of their movies and give them number scores? And to that, I would answer, cuz? But in all reality, it's because I find a lot of charm in many of the good movies this company has pumped out. Happy Death Day, Tooth Fairy, Baby Makers. Alright, maybe not all of them are good, but that's kind of the point. You can tell that Jason Blum has a passion for film in some of his work, and then he'll turn around and give, like, money to movies called Baby Makers. What on earth is going through your mind, Jason Blum? Seriously, tell me. Show me what's in your brain. Show me what is in there, Jason Blum. He has done such a good job at profiting on Hollywood, and I mean, sure, that's cool, but I want to watch good movies. I really do. So, instead of watching any good movies, I watched The Accidental Husband. 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 Accidental. Husband. The Accidental Husband stars Uma Thurman and Jeffrey Dean Morgan as a woman and a man, respectively. Morgan plays Patrick, a New York City firefighter that just got dumped because his wife listens to those matchmaker segments on the radio. You know the ones where the woman calls in and it's like, brrrr, 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 brrrr. Hello, your husband's terrible. Bap, bap. And Uma Thurman plays Emma, a high-class New York woman who gives bad relationship advice on the radio. If I didn't know any better, I'd think there's a common denominator here. Good thing I know better. No, you can't get away from this movie that easy. We haven't even gotten to the federal crime portion. So, as the plot progresses, Patrick decides that he wants to get back at Emma for ruining his life, so he does what any normal person would do and makes a teenage boy hack into Emma's marriage records. He goes downstairs to, like, his little fire escape, and then he just walks into, like, a 14-year-old boy's window and says, "Hey, make me married to the talk show lady." And might I add, when you're watching this movie, this type of hacker stuff comes up this once and never again. They do not mention hacking again. They do not mention the fact that a 14-year-old boy can just hack into the marriage records and make some random person that he doesn't even know married to a New York firefighter, let alone the fact that he's just friends with a New York firefighter. Anyways, back to the movie. Emma tries to marry her fiance, but when they go down to City Hall, the clerk lets her know that she's already married. What? I couldn't have seen that coming even a little bit. Obviously, you can't be married to two men at once, so she goes to get Patrick to sign the annulment paperwork, but because this is a movie, he's like, nah, I'm gonna just pretend I'm your husband instead. They get to know each other, and Emma finds out that she has a fun side and that her fiance is boring. Yada yada yada, movie. They actually stay married in the end and presumably live happily ever after. I skipped over a couple of interesting parts, I guess. Like, there's this one scene where Patrick is at a cake testing with Emma, and then he just, like, he talks to this lady, and they're like, ooh, your husband's so fun. And then Emma doesn't deny that he's her husband for some reason. And then later on, like, the lady that was at the cake tasting, decides that Patrick is Emma's husband, and she's also some billionaire that's actual business partners with the fiance, but that doesn't really matter. Also, the scene where Patrick and Emma go to a fully decked out Indian becoming a man party and do dances that are probably racist, but yeah, nothing important. Honestly, I thought I was gonna hate this movie going into it, but turns out it wasn't all that bad. Definitely not what I think of when I think of Blumhouse, but it was still a pretty good movie. If I had to give it a number score, which is what every movie reviewer does, so I do have to give it a number score, it would probably be a respectable 5.5 out of 10. It's really tropey and there are some scenes that drag, but I'd watch it again if I wanted a movie to laugh at on a rainy day. Side note, I rewatched my Toy Story and Clockwork Orange reviews and realized I didn't give either of those movies a number score because I was a silly little baby. But either way, here are those number scores. I suppose that's all from me. I will be doing a lot more Blumhouse reviews. I plan on finishing up the Pixar review that I started with Toy Story. But to be honest, last time I said I was going to do more, I took a year off, so I probably shouldn't make any promises. Well, I'm going to saddle up my cattle and get on my high horse on out of here.